Hey YouTube. Um, Today's video is going to cover a couple of different topics. Um, Conquering your loneliness, clear cut communication, and compromising. So clearly we're talking about situations involving intimacy, dating, whatever you want to call that nowadays, and sex. And let's start with the first issue, conquering your loneliness. Because a lot of individuals nowadays, men and women, are just out here settling for whatever because they don't want to start over. They don't like starting over. They don't like the whole process of getting to know an individual all over, a new individual all over again. So they would rather continue on with the individual that they're most comfortable with, although there's a lot of baggage with that territory. And at the end of the day, like I was asking an individual the other day, what's worse? Going through the process of getting to know somebody new and exploring that territory, or continuing on the same road with the same individual who has constantly, there's going to be some bullshit over and over and over and over again, and you're tired of it. You don't want to deal with it anymore, but you're still going to continue it anyway. Everybody acts like there's not a third option involved with that, because if you don't want to try to get to know somebody new and you don't want to continue on the same road that you've been on, there's a third option. It's called conquering your loneliness, people. It's called embracing being single. Enjoy it for a while. I myself went through the same situation where I stayed with somebody because I was comfortable, I was familiar, whatever, but it was a lot of baggage, it was a lot of bullshit. And I also went through the same situation where it was like, man, you know what? Getting to know someone is too much of a headache. And that situation is absolutely true. It really is. It because people out here, especially since 2020, have been using the pandemic as an excuse to just let out their inner demons that were within them all along. Okay? And that shit is not cool, but that's what people are doing. So conquer your loneliness, embrace being single, read a good book, watch some great shows. They've got some really great stuff out. Some new spring premieres and shit. Netflix, Hulu, I guess regular cable. I don't know. I don't have the shit anymore. Netflix, Hulu, some of these other, you know, providers. Watch some good shit on TV. Listen to some good music. Take a good walk. Meditate. Hang out with mutual friends who you're not trying to be intimate with and have a situation with. Just enjoy being single for a while, and you'll find that after a while you'll enjoy waking up in the morning by yourself, going to sleep at night by yourself. You'll enjoy not having to answer to an individual or go, man, you know what? Let me just call this individual right now. Because after a while, if somebody's putting you through some bullshit, you know how at first you looked forward to picking up the phone and texting good morning? Now it's, oh man, let me hit Shorty up and just text good morning real quick, because if I don't, then they gonna be mad. Nah, who wants to go through that? Who wants to do that? Who wants to deal with it? Conquer your loneliness, people. Because trust me, when you do, you'll find that you feel a lot better within everything. Your heart, your soul, your spirit, your whole energy will just be different. Okay? That's the first issue. The second issue, clear cut communication. And sometimes people are not going to like what you like when it comes to situations. But why should your communication be so around to where people are putting their own interpretations on what you're saying? Okay, prime example, and I'm going to give two different examples. One is going to be for men and one is going to be for women. Men, because I hear this a lot from all of y'all. Okay, y'all use this I just want to get to the, I just want to skip the everything and get to the part where we're automatically cool. But what you're really saying is, and there's nothing wrong with this, okay? But what you're really saying is you just want to skip past the conversation and get right to the fucking around and messing around and catching a nut. Guess what? There are some individuals out there who will go along with that. Now, you might have to go through some bullshit to get to that. It's true. But hey, it is what it is. And honestly, I don't even think, I think that's only part of the reason why y'all put y'all communication to where, somebody is interpreting that statements like that in their own way. I think that's part of the reason of that. Part of it too, I believe, with some of you, is that you don't want to come off as, well, I just want to get me a nut and then I just want to go on about my regular routine. And then when I'm ready to get a nut again, then I'll hit you up. Like, hey, you just have to find someone who is willing to agree to that situation, okay? Be straightforward, be clear cut about it, and just say, hey, look, I really don't want somebody in my space like that, okay? I just want to see you from time to time. I just want to talk to you from time to time. And if that individual doesn't agree with that, it's not the end of the world. You have options, okay? I think it's just y'all just don't want to have to go through the bullshit that a female will put you through because they're just like, oh, well, you just want to fuck me and da 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 da. Hell yes, they just want to fuck, okay? Period. That's what they want to do. Now, either you can be on board with that or you cannot, but I guarantee you now could be Kevin Gates Unreleased 2022 recommended Kevin Gates attachment. Oh, shut up. Anyway, I guarantee you that if she's not on board, one of her friends is definitely for it. We all know that. Come on now, let's get real. It's just y'all are getting lazy and y'all are just like, well, fuck it. I'll just say whatever I got to say to get to this particular individual right here. Stop being so lazy. Stop settling. Okay? And before I get to the settling part, the compromising part, all right? We're going to talk about the female side of the script of that as well. Because, prime example, y'all are also another individual who will not clearly communicate what is going on in y'all situation. Okay? Hey, you just looking for somebody to play daddy to your kids? Say that. Now, mind you, yes, not every man is going to go for that, but there are some individuals out there who want a ready-made family. Okay? You looking for an individual to get you pregnant? Stop selecting them. And then, I don't want to say forcing because it's not rape, but if you're not telling an individual that you're not on birth control and you haven't taken any birth control, and you know and although, yes, men, I'm sorry, you are responsible for your own penis. So if she's not telling you what she's doing, you still need to be, and you don't want children and you don't want herpes, you still need to be responsible and in control of your own body. Okay? Stop specifically saying, well, it's the woman's responsibility to protect me and herself. That logic is bullshit. No, you need to protect yourself just like she needs to protect herself. Okay? So if she's not protecting herself because she has an agenda already, why wouldn't you want to go and get some condoms and put them on your own penis? Because, hey, you know what you want, you know what you don't want. So be in control of your own person. For real. Seriously. Okay? Just like she needs to be in control of her own person. She doesn't have to be responsible for you, for the two of you. She has to be in control of herself. She knows what she wants. You know what you want. But females, stop pre-selecting your baby daddies just because you think, oh, well, he'll take care of the baby, or oh, he'll do this, or oh, he'll do that, and then you not telling them what the real deal is, and then they get knocked up by you. That's not what they signed up for. You're forcing somebody to do something that they didn't want to do. Okay? Or even better, stop getting knocked up by one individual and then telling them, knowing damn well it's not their baby, telling another individual, knowing damn well it's not their baby, that they're the father, having them sign the birth certificate and putting their time and their energy into your child, and you know damn well it's someone else's child. You know damn well the only reason why you did that in the first place is because individual B was going to be the individual to step up, or he had money, or he had this, or he had that. Once again, you're putting someone in a situation that they did not want to be in, all because of their feelings for you. You knew that they were going to step up. But the motherfucker who knocked you up, you knew that they weren't going to be about shit. It's just they had really great dick at the time. But that was all they were ever going to be good for, was for their dick. Stop doing that to people. That's cruel. That's beyond cruel. That's beyond evil. And that's the thing. Everybody claims that I'm an evil individual. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing on some of these people out here in the world today. Nothing. All right? Seriously. Which brings me to my third point. Compromising. All right? If individuals link up, get together, there's got to be some mutual agreement between the two of y'all. For real. Because let's be real. There's no men or women need men and men need women. It's everybody needs each other. Okay? And everybody needs to realize that everybody needs each other. Everybody's got to stop with this ignorant bullshit. For real. Everybody's got to stop with that, because what are you gaining? Nothing. If you can't agree, or you can't agree to disagree, then the situation is not worth it. Period. Okay? If there's no compromise, if there's absolutely no compromising at any point, no meeting in the middle anywhere, then just forget it. And you know what? Sometimes you got to approach a situation like this. And I'm going to take this from one of my exes. Although when he was saying it, he was being manipulative about it, the situation. But he used the statement of, what can I do to make our situation happier again? I get, if he was actually being genuine, he was trying to claim he was trying to take responsibility for his part in our situation falling apart. I get that, okay? So everybody's got to approach the situation like, what can I do to make things better? Everybody's got to take some sort of responsibility for something, okay? Somebody cheats on you. It's going to sound fucked up, but you got to look at it like this. Everybody's quick to be like, well, I was a good person. Okay. But in what sense, though? Because they might have just been unhappy. But the fucked up part is they should have, yes, they should have communicated that for sure. They absolutely should have. But why were they unhappy? Were we just nagging? Was it just a financial situation? What was the real deal? Sometimes you got to look at, why did this person cheat on me? You gotta bring your head up out of the clouds to stop going, damn, I was so good to this person. Why did they do what they do to me? You gotta look at it as, well, what was I doing to make them do what they did? And how could I have fixed the situation during the time that we were together? If it didn't work out, you gotta move forward, and you gotta look at it, and you gotta possibly look, if you can see the mistakes that you made during the situation, even if it's after the point, then you go into the next situation and go, okay, well, I'm not going to make these mistakes this time. Okay? That's just the way to go. I mean, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, she's ignorant. Now I was a good person. Well, hey, you have the right to feel that way. You're entitled to your opinion. These are my videos. This is my channel. This is my whatever. Oh, and I guess I'm going to be doing these on a regular basis. So I guess if you wanted to subscribe, you can. If you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to. That's fine too. Quite frankly, I'm getting some sort of enjoyment out of doing this. So it's up to y'all. Do whatever you want to do. But all I am going to say about that is, you got to approach the situation like, what can I do, or what could I have done to prevent this situation from happening, if anything? Now, if you say, no, I feel like I did everything correctly, fine. That's cool. Move forward from it and whatever. But if you see some mistakes that you made, you got to acknowledge those mistakes, even if it's within yourself. Acknowledge those mistakes. And then go into the next situation going, okay, I'm not going to make those mistakes again. And this doesn't even just apply to dating. This applies to everything, period. Okay? Seriously. But if you're in the problem with the reason why a lot of relationship situations don't work out is because people don't compromise. Everybody's too much about self nowadays, and not even just nowadays, but in general. This is why 50% of marriages end up in divorce. That's half of the marriages. So if you get 100 people who get married, 50 of them are going to be divorced. We got to do better. We've got to do better. So either we got to do better, or we just got to start embracing our singleness a little bit more until we can find an option. Because we have options, single people. We have options, people who need to be single as well. Okay? Maybe we need to take some time to be single, to reevaluate what we actually want in romantic situations. And also to maybe wait it out and see. You know, because maybe something better will come along if you just wait, truly. But it's about patience too, if you're doing that. And I get that loneliness can be a bitch, and it makes you be like, well, fuck that, I don't want to wait. Especially when you want to fuck. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to fuck somebody. But sometimes that wait is just got to be worth the wait, for real. All right, y'all. I've talked your ear off enough for the day. Y'all stay safe. Like I said, if you want to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine too. But peace out, and I'll catch you next time.
Stop recording video.